7th class. A very good morning to all of you. We have been doing chapter number 5, that is lines and angles, since yesterday. In yesterday's class we talked about different types of angles, that is adjacent angles, vertically opposite angles and linear pair angles. I am going to recall the definitions of all these three angles. Adjacent angles are those angles which have vertex common and one arm common. Okay, these are like this, adjacent. These have common vertex. We have three conditions for that. First one is common vertex. Like in this we have this one, then we have common arm. In these pair of adjacent angle, this is the common arm, and we have a third condition also. Third condition is your known common arms. Your known common arms should be on opposite sides of common arm. Like in this figure, if your upper common arm was this, the known common arms are lying on this side and this side, opposite sides. So all three conditions are satisfying. It means we are talking about adjacent angles. Then we talked about vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are formed when two lines intersect each other. We have two lines, suppose this and this. This line is L and suppose this line is M, and they are intersecting at some point, suppose O. Then the angle formed like this, suppose 1 and 2, and this one 3 and this one 4. Here angle 1 and angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. We have two pairs of our vertically opposite angles. In short, we write them as VOA, vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal. This is a property that we are going to use in our senior classes also. Then third is linear pair angles. The angles lying on a line, linear pair angles. Suppose this is a line L. So the angles lying on it, suppose we have three angles lying on it. This one is, okay, I'm not giving the names, I'm giving them numbers. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, because I'm giving number because they are more convenient to deal with. So in L line we have three angles, angle 1, 2 and 3. So I will say that angle 1, 2 and 3 form linear pair. And what does that mean? It means that sum of angles on the line will be equal to 180 degree. And why is that? Because of straight angle. Your 180 degree is this angle, 180 degree. This is 180 degree. So the angles, however many angles lie on the line, they are going to add up to 180. So they are going to be forming a linear pair. These are the three types of angles that we discussed yesterday. I am going to use today also. We were talking about question number 9 in our previous class. We are going to talk about question number 10 now. Question number 10. Question number 10. Indicate which pair of angles are this and this. We have been provided with a figure, and the figure is like this. We have a line, then we have another line, and then we have a ray. So angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4 and angle 5. And first we have to write vertically opposite angles. Which pair of angles? Vertically opposite angles means we have to find out two lines intersecting a point. As we noticed while drawing the figure that there were two lines, this one and this one, and these are intersecting here. So we are going to ignore this ray for a bit, and we are going to check what are the vertically opposite. These two lines are intersecting, so angle 1 and 4. Angle 1 and 4. See if they are vertically opposite. Okay. Now angle 5 is visible to us. Then what is the vertically opposite angle to 5? So it will be 2 plus 3. It will be 2 plus 3. You can see like that this 5, and so this line is going this side, this line is going this side. So in between we have two angles, 2 and 3. So angle 5 and 2 plus 3 are vertically opposite angle pairs. Second, we have linear pairs. Again we have to check for the lines in the figure, and the sum of angles on the line will be equal to 180, and they will be called linear pair. First we are going to talk about this line. In this line, on this line we have angle 1 and 5. So angle 1 and 5. Okay, linear pair like this. Then on the opposite side of this line, angle 2, 3 and 4. Angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. Okay. Now we have considered this line. We are going to take this line. And on this line, on this side we have angle 4 and 5. So angle 4 and 5 will form a linear pair. And on the opposite side we have angle 1, 2 and 3. So fourth pair is going to be angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3. We have four pairs of linear pair, four pair of straight lines in this figure. So moving on to question number 11. In question number 11, we have to check if the given angles are adjacent and have to give reasons for our answer. Question 11, figure is like this. Angle 1, angle 2. Is angle 1 adjacent to 2? We can say directly that they are not. Reason being, no common vertex. So angle 1 is, and angle 1 and 2 are not adjacent, because for adjacent angles we have to check three criteria. The first one of them is common vertex, because no vertex is common. Okay? They might be having the common arm, or they might be having their non-common arms on the opposite sides, but they don't have common vertex. So no common vertex, it means not adjacent. Question number 12. Find the value of angles x, y, z in the following. So first we are going to do first part. In it we have two lines intersecting at one point like this. We have two vertically opposite angle pairs. This as x and this as 55x. We have to find out the value of x, y and z. So now no names have been given. Now angle x and angle 55 degree are vertically opposite angles, right? It means they are going to be equal. It means your value of x is going to be 55 degree. Vertically, reason means vertically opposite, reason is vertically opposite angles are equal. Simple. Then we have to find out value of y and z. angle Y and Z. Now we know the value of this. Okay, I'm going to name them L and L. Now Y and angle Y and 55 degree lie on line L. Okay, I have named the line now. It means angle Y plus 55 is going to be 180 because of linear pair angles. Angles on, or you can write angles on a straight line, S-T-R-A-I-G-S-T, straight line are linear pair angles. Angles on a straight line are linear pair angles. So it is going to be 180, implies your Y is going to be 180 minus 55, which is going to be 180 minus 50 is 130, 125 degree. Again angle Y and Z are vertically opposite angles, implies angle Z is equal to angle Y is equal to 125 degree, because reason being vertically opposite angles are equal. Because vertically opposite angles are equal. Now we have all the three values. Okay, your answer is angle X is 55, angle Y is 125, angle Z is equal to 125. This is your answer for part 1, question number 12. Now we are going to do question number 12, part B. I would recommend you to draw the figures for your questions in your copies also. That makes it easy to understand your question and simplifies your question. Now we have this angle as 40 degree, this angle as X, this angle as 25, this angle as Z, and this angle as Y. Okay, we have to find out X, Y and Z. Now like we did in previous question, we have to find out the lines. We have two lines. I am naming it L and I am naming it as M. On line L. On line L. Okay. On line this, we have 40 and angle Y. And 40 degree, angle 40 degree and angle Y form a linear pair. Linear pair. Okay. So angle Y plus 40 is going to be 180. Angles on a straight. Reason क्या है? Reason we are going to write angles on a straight line. Forms a linear pair. Okay, so your angle Y is going to be 180 minus 40, which is going to be 140 degree. Your angle Y is 140 degree. Okay, now we have to find out Z. We have calculated Y, we are going to calculate Z. Now, if you look closely, this L and M are intersecting at this point. So, angle 40 and angle Z are vertically opposite angles. Line L and M are intersecting at point, suppose this is O, okay, at point O, implies angle 40 degree and angle Z are vertically opposite angles, and because vertically opposite angles are equal, the angle Z is equal to 40 because vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay. We have calculated Z also. The remaining angle is your X. So now X, you can calculate X by two methods. Either we can look on the line M and find out the linear pair. Okay, we are going to do that only. Okay, I am going to rub only this part. On line M, this line, these three angles, angle 40 degree, angle X and 25 degree form a linear pair, implies 40 degree plus X plus 25 degree is going to be 180 degree. Or you can say that angle X plus 40 plus 25 is 65. And if you are moving this 65 to right hand side, it is going to get subtracted. So it is like this. Your angle X is 60, 20, 115. Okay, your X is this, Y was your 140 and Z is this. So you can just put them in boxes so they are visible from afar. Now question number 12 is complete. Now we are going to move on to question number 13, which is your fill in the blanks. There are many methods. One more thing, class. There are many methods of solving this value of X, Y and Z. Whatever method you are going to apply, it will be correct. You just need the correct answer. Whatever method you apply doesn't matter. Question number 13, fill in the blanks. In first is, if two angles are complementary. If two angles are complementary, then the sum of their measures is going to be complementary. का मतलब क्या है? Sum is going to be 90 degree. Second, if two angles are supplementary. If supplementary, then the sum of their measures is going to be 180 degree. Two angles forming a linear pair are linear pair angles. Fourth one is, if two adjacent angles are supplementary, they form a, if two adjacent angles like this, two adjacent, this and this, they form a, they are supplementary, it means they form a linear pair. Fifth one, if two lines intersect at a point, then vertically opposite angles are always equal. They are always equal. Sixth one is, if two lines intersect at a point and if one pair of vertically opposite angles are acute angle, then the one pair of vertically opposite angles are dashed. So we are going to check it by using a rough diagram. It is saying that two lines are intersecting. One pair of opposite angles is acute. These are acute, less than 90. So what is going to be the other pair of vertically opposite angle? Because the sum of angles on a line is going to be 180 and one is acute. If it is acute, the other one is going to be obtuse. So if one pair is acute angle vertically opposite angles, then the other pair of vertically opposite angles is going to be obtuse. So the answer is going to be obtuse angled. One more question is left from exercise 5.1, that is question number 14. In it, we have been provided with a figure, and the figure is like this. Like this. And like this. This is your E, this is your A, this is your B, this point is C, and this point is D. Also this intersecting point is O. Now what we have been asked? We have been asked, first name the following pair of angles. First we have obtuse, vertically opposite angles. We know that if one pair of vertically opposite angles is acute angles, then other pair will be obtuse angle pair. So we have to find out vertically opposite angle. It means we have to find out two lines intersecting at some point. We have two lines BD and AC, they are intersecting at this. The angle forms on the opposite sides, this and this, are vertically opposite. Similarly, this and this. Now, out of these two pairs, which pair is obtuse angle? Clearly, this pair is obtuse angle, this and this. So, we will write angle AOD and angle BOC are okay. We can just leave it here. Second one, adjacent complementary angle. Adjacent, we have to check the three conditions for that. Complementary means their sum is going to be 90-degree angles. Adjacent complementary angles. Now in this figure, we have to find out angle of 90 degree, and if we see clearly, we can see one right angle. It is right here. Okay, it is right here. Why? This is a line, this is a perpendicular line on it, so this is going to be right angle. But we have to find out adjacent complementary angles, so they should be lying on the other side of it. If they are this and this, this and this, this and this. Okay, so we are going to write the names: angle EOA and angle AOB. These are adjacent complementary angles. We don't have another pair, so we are going to leave it here. Then third one is equal supplementary angles. Equal supplementary angles means angles should be equal, but their sum should be 180. Now we are going to take the hint from our second part. We wrote two angles whose sum is going to be 90. These two angles, sum is 90, and one angle is this. And if we are going to add them up, we are going to get 180. But if we write these three angles separately, they are going to be three angles, three unequal angles. We need equal. So what we will do? We will write this angle and this angle combined. This angle combined. Okay. So this is going to be angle DOE and angle EOB, and both are going to be 90 degree in measure. Now unequal supplementary angles. Fourth part. Unequal, we can write it in two ways. I am going to write it in one, and you can check if you can find the other pair. Unequal supplementary angle, they have to be lie on a line. Okay, so if we are talking about, we can talk about line AC or we can talk about line BD. Unequal angles. So this angle and this angle, okay, this and this, they are unequal but they are supplementary. So they are going to be angle BOC and angle DOC. These are quite simple questions if the concept of the terms we discussed earlier is clear. Otherwise it becomes a little bit complicated. So I would recommend you go through all the definitions of supplementary, complementary, linear pair, vertically opposite, and so on. Now we have to write down adjacent pair, adjacent angles that do not form a linear pair. We have to find two angles or maybe three that who are adjacent but they don't form a linear pair. We can take another any pair. So this and this, they don't form linear pair but they are adjacent. Adjacent means common vertex, common arm, and non-common are lying on the opposite side. I am going to take this one and this one. You can take another one also. So this is EOD and angle DOC. Okay. Another one can be, this is a pair. Another pair can be angle EOD and angle EOA. Similarly, we can find other pairs also, etc. because there are other pairs also. Now the next topic that we are going to discuss is the intersecting lines, the transversal lines, and the angle formed by the transversal line. We have completed the exercise. Next topic. First we are going to talk about intersecting lines, same chapter, intersecting lines. Then we are going to talk about a transversal line. Then we are going to talk about angles formed by a transversal. Then after that we have another thing, that is angle formed by transversal of angle formed by a transversal of parallel line. These we are going to discuss, and then we are going to discuss properties of these. Okay, properties of these angles. First is intersecting lines. We are going to take one by one. Intersecting lines are the lines which meet at one point. Suppose line L and M, they are meeting at this point, suppose A. So we will call line L and line M are intersecting at point O. Okay, we can have another line also, suppose this is N. So we will say that line L, line M and line N are intersecting at point O. These are the intersecting lines. Now what is a transversal line? A transversal line is, suppose we have two lines or maybe three, okay, L, M and N. Transversal lines cut two or more lines at distinct point. Okay, we say that P line, this is transversal. Transversal, why? It is a transversal line because this line cut two or more than two lines at distinct points. Distinct point is very important. It is cutting it at, suppose this is X, this is Y and this is Z. So if we had three lines, so it will be cutting at 3 points. If we had two lines, it will be cutting, transversal line we will be cutting at 2 points. So distinct cut or more lines at distinct points. If we have something like this, we have two lines like this, L and M, and there is a line which is cutting them like this, N. So N will not be called transversal. Why? It is cutting line L and M, that is true, but only at one point, not at distinct points. So it will not be a transversal line. So the time is over for today's class. In next class, we will be discussing these topics. I wish you a very good day.